Thomas Perkins is a venture capitalist who's worth $8 billion. Could you imagine? I mean, look, I know I should probably continue with the story here, but I just want to stop and meditate on that for a second. $8 billion? There's not a human being on the planet that could actually spend $8 billion in one lifetime. I'm not sure there's a human being on the planet that could spend $2 billion in one lifetime. 8 billion, that's more than small nations, that's more than third world nations. I mean, insanity. One person has that money. But okay, so let me describe what happened here. He decided that it would be a good idea to write a letter to the editor of the Wall Street Journal talking about how he's a victim and other mega rich people are victims. But not only are they victims, because no, that would be too, plain Jane language for him, and that's not in your face enough for him to describe his plight, the plight of the downtrodden, the billionaire victim. So what did he compare rich people to? He said, is there a, quote, progressive Kristallnacht coming? Kristallnacht, for those of you who might not know, is when the Germans went around smashing windows and killing and rounding up the Jews to send them to concentration camps. So yes, the mega-rich, according to this mega-rich guy, are so persecuted and are so demeaned and they're so scapegoated in the world that, well, I mean, we're just like the Jews in Nazi Germany. Is there no bottom for these people? And do they have no, sense of perception or introspection? Because you have to be on fucking Neptune to think that that's really what's going on in this world, that the rich are victimized. It's clearly the poor who are victimized. He said, quote, I would call attention to the parallels of Nazi Germany to its war on its 1%, namely its Jews, to the progressive war on the American 1%, namely the rich. He's just flat out saying it. And he's shameless. And by the way, this was mocked immediately on Twitter, Facebook, and all these other outlets, not just progressives, independents, conservatives are like, shut the fuck up. Everybody's like, dude, just stop. He doubled down. Mediaite, I think it was, reached out to him and he was like, yeah, what? Did I say something wrong? No, that's totally true. All right, can we even note all of the differences between the Jews in Germany and the rich today? It couldn't be more different. I mean, one group of people was scapegoated endlessly and then dragged off to concentration camps and shoved into ovens, okay? They were dehumanized to the point where people would spit on them, piss on them, shoot them in the face, starve them, watch them every single day become more and more decrepit, watch the inhumane, unsanitary conditions, act like it's nothing, just whatever. They're not humans. These aren't humans. Just kill them. The rich have it the exact opposite here at home. They have rigged the tax system in their favor. They have bought the government, and they just own the government in the U.S. Have you ever stopped to think, why is it that Mitt Romney gets to pay 14% in taxes on $20 million made in 1 year, while a construction worker or a physical therapist or an accountant or a teacher, they might pay 20% in taxes on $70,000 made? The rich, they pay less in taxes. They own the government. They got their trade deals, NAFTA, GATT, the WTO, all these things. These are all things that only the rich wanted and they got. Okay? You saw, from 1980 and onward, their income has increased exponentially. Ours has stagnated. The middle class and the poor has stagnated. They're getting richer and richer. I mean, rich people, there's plenty of them that have 2 mansions, 3 mansions. They got houses all over the place, condos all over the place, villas all over the place, multiple yachts. Right? Maseratis, Rolls Royces. Look at Jay Leno's garage, for Christ's sake. How many cars does that guy have? I mean, enough to give to the entire city of Cleveland. I mean, look at this. Oh, and by the way, am I saying that nobody should be rich? Of course not. I mean, that's ridiculous. Of course, I think everybody, the overwhelming majority of people believe in some form of income inequality to a certain extent. Sure, somebody should be able to make double or triple or quadruple what somebody else makes, depending on how hard you work and what your job is. But not to this extent is ridiculous. But this guy's not only saying, I like that, I like the insane income inequality. Like we learned the other day, 85 people have more wealth than the bottom 50% of people on the planet. 3.5 billion people have less than 85 people. He says, not only do I like that, it's the 85 people who are persecuted.